Let's bring in right now the person that helped put together last night's strategy for the Democrats. She is McCain's senior strategist, Nicole Wallace.
Nicole, great job.
Wow.
Great job. Not a single attack on John McCain, George Bush.
How'd you do that?
Nobody talked about Iraq, the deficit.
We have our ways.
Yeah. You
8
do.
years
Control
of
all the
failed
satellites and everything,
Right.
We're listening, we're watching.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I think if I was like running this convention, I would have started with Katrina and the Waves, singing "Walking on Sunshine" with an ironic best of clip, and then I would have just hammered them. Harold Ford, you people need to learn. It's a blood sport. Fight.
You would have thought a little more of that would have happened, but I guarantee we got 3 more days.
3 more days.
And we've wrestled the control away from Nicole for tonight, so we feel good about our chances
All right,
tonight.
so Nicole, you're not running it tonight. What do you expect to hear from the Democrats?
I think that starting with all these tender moments was actually very smart. I mean, Republicans have hearts, too. You couldn't not be moved by Ted Kennedy's sheer force of will standing there. It was a moving moment. I think Michelle Obama moved people in her discussion of her father when he was sick. But I think it'll drop off pretty quickly and pretty dramatically. And I think that they've turned to a bottom drawer strategy. They've opened up that bottom drawer. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at John McCain. And, we'll see. I know that there's a lot of pressure to do more than they did 4 years ago.
Mika?
I'm just curious about the awkward moment on Leno.
About what?
Leno. McCain on Jay Leno last night.
Are you anti-Leno?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Hey, do we have that clip, Chris?
It was... They're scrambling to get it. I thought it was kind of awkward. I mean, I'm not sure about that. And there has been some criticism about how his history as a POW has been used on the advice of the campaign. I would say that there have been times that John McCain has not even liked to go there because he doesn't want to flout it and because he wants to connect with people who have those very stories in a private way.
Let's take a listen to the clip and then we'll put you on the spot.
For $1 million, how many houses do you have?
Could I just mention to you, Jay, that in a moment of seriousness, I spent 5.5 years in a prison cell I didn't have a house. I didn't have a kitchen table. I didn't have a table. I didn't have a chair. And I spent those 5.5 years not because I wanted to get a house when I got out.
And, of course, some people are saying he's sort of a non-sequitur to the question. Maureen Dowd this past weekend saying that he's going to the well a bit too often on it.
Yeah, I think I got a shout-out in there. Yeah, I've given up to the New York Times for my own mental health.
You can give up on Maureen.
I gave up on her a few cycles ago. But, look, it's not a talking point. It's a fact. John McCain was a prisoner of war. And it's not thrown out there in anything other than an explanation. His ability to understand the true blessing of having a home comes from his life experience. He says that he knows what it was like. And I think the other capacity in which we were criticized for mentioning it was when he was accused of cheating. And I think it's very relevant that a man who spends 5.5 years as a prisoner of war could never be compelled to cheat in a talkathon with Barack Obama. It's just not on the same level.
Nicole, I get what you're saying, but you're really good at this. Probably a standout of the campaign for sure, or in many campaigns. And what I don't get is that experience is so uniquely personal. And so it carries so much weight compared to Barack Obama's life story. Wouldn't you be afraid, and wouldn't your advice be don't overuse it, don't throw it out, find the moment and bring it home? And isn't this just tossing it, on Leno in response to a joke?
I hear you. And I think it is a precious part of the John McCain story.
Of who he is.
And it's something that a lot of people do already know about him. And there are some people who don't know his extraordinary history, that he grew up in a military family. And I think, when we get a chance to remind people of his life, as we did, ironically, this attack over the houses, I think gave John and Cindy McCain to tell the story about Cindy McCain's father, who came back from World War II, was shot down 3 times, came back, put together $10,000, and built the most successful beer distributorship in America. Now, I don't know what part of the American dream offends Barack Obama, but telling these parts of the story that might be, there's always a balance.
I think if Barack Obama couldn't remember how many houses he'd have, Nicole Wallace would be on that one all over it. And, I mean, come on.
Perhaps.
It's not that he couldn't remember. I think that we can all acknowledge.
Tell me he didn't know.
No, he has 4 homes, but he releases financial disclosures in the Senate. I mean, I think we're all familiar with that. And there are investment properties. He's made clear that there were other properties. And he's not apologizing for the great blessings that he has in Cindy's success and his father-in-law's success and realizing
that's great. What you just said is...
There's a chance that this housing crisis from John McCain's, that he doesn't know how many houses he has, does that make Mitt Romney a less likely pick for VP?
Oh, interesting. I
don't think so. Look, the American people do not penalize success. Bill Gates is an American icon.
Yeah.
People root for success.
Right.
Michael Phelps is coming back, and I don't know how many stories I've seen. People are waiting to see what kind of endorsements he get. We love seeing our athletes on
Let's
Wheaties
hope he makes
boxes.
money.
So is it Mitt? Is it Mitt?
It's Mitt.
Is it Mitt?
It's Mitt.
Is it Mitt?
Look at
when
her.
we're ready to tell you, we'll tell
But
you.
kind of, didn't you just?
You can't.
You know what she's going to
Joe.
do? Did she say she's not going to tell me?
I
No, I
said
think she just
tell your better half, but that she couldn't tell you.
Tell me with a 3 a.m. Little text.
Yeah.
All right, well, I know we got to go, but the Tennessee talking point machine wants to ask a quick question.
No, I think I agree with Nicole to this extent. Americans love success. I mean, I don't know of any Americans that don't want to own more homes and have more. I think the challenge with Senator McCain, and I even agree, I think him being on Leno last night wasn't bad. Any publicity you can get. But the real question becomes, over the next several days, as Democrats in my party take the message right to John McCain on everything that you said earlier.
Right.
And we're going to use your talking points on oil,
That's right.
on infrastructure, on jobs. That becomes the challenge, I think, for Nicole and for the candidate.
Yeah.
And you know what? He needs to do it in that same camouflage, that camo cap that you wore throughout your
You look
campaign
good
in
in that.
Tennessee. Yeah! Harold,
Both of y'all's on their way.
man of the people.
Yeah.
All right, now
Man
he's
of the
on
people.
Wall Street.
Nicole,
the
so
mighty
great to
have
see you.
fallen. Nicole, great to see you.
Thank you.
I'll be waiting.
No,
Let me
Mommy.
not
Mommy.
her.
Yeah,
No.
thank you.
Right here. Let me know. I think it's Mitt.
It's Mitch. I
Because you
think
win.
she kind
You
of
know the thing is, you win Michigan.
Yeah.
You're ahead in Missouri.
Yeah.
You're ahead in Florida. You have put Barack Obama in a box.
The front burner issue going into November is the economy.
The economy. And do people want somebody poor and stupid with money like me as vice president?
He's nodding.
Or do they want somebody that knows how to be successful and make millions and millions of dollars?
She's going to call me. No.
All right. Thank you, Nicole.